Yeah, the Big Dipper, huh? Been amazing. Obviously, it's been a long time coming this season. You know, knowing before the year there was only 200-something points, and then there were times where I thought I'm not going to make it. You know, the way the season went, and with the injury, and then coming off the injury, it was just super slow. And but you know, the last few weeks felt better and been playing better, and the team obviously has kept looking for me, kept telling me to shoot. So I'm glad it's over with now. Tried to make it happen really the other night, really bad. The atmosphere was amazing. Just couldn't push it over the top. So it was good today to just you know, get it out of the way soon with 2 shots, and it was great. Yeah, so the first one they switched, and then they tried to back switch, and before Anthony Davis came up, I had a good look, and then the second one they switched again, and you know, just took my time and faced him up like I've done a million times, and just try to shoot over him. That's what happened, and you know, went in, and I was happy. I was happy, like I said, the way. The other night, I couldn't buy one down the stretch, so it was good to just, you know, get it over with in my first 2 shots.
How special was the assist coming from Luka, the future of the Mavs?
Yeah, so, you know, Devin was in my ear pregame. He's like, hey, I don't want you to miss, but go ahead and miss a couple, and so then I can give you the ball. But couldn't wait that long, you know, couldn't wait that long. So, yeah, I mean, Luka is the future of this franchise, and he's a great passer for his size, and so it worked out great.
It's a monumental accomplishment anywhere, but how much better does it feel for it to come at home?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't know really what to expect. Obviously, the last few weeks, it was kind of hard to plan. So this was great. You know, coming home with this homestand. Knowing in 2 games how many points I really needed, so it was perfect, and I'm glad it happened at home. Some of my milestones obviously happened on the road, which, like I said, you can't really plan for, but it was great. It was worked out perfect.
Where does this milestone rank in your career? Where would you rank it?
I mean, you know, anytime you beat some of those legends up there, it's incredible. I mean. Yeah, like I said, Wilt is probably, I mean, during his era, he was the most dominant player this league has ever seen. I mean, nobody has scored 100, nobody scored over 40 average for a whole year. So it's still surreal at times to be up there with some of these names. And but you know, I'm gonna really let that all soak in once my career is over and I can show my kids.
Is Jordan next?
I'm sorry?
Is Jordan next?
Yeah, I mean, I wish, but that's I don't know if that's going to happen.
Are your kids old enough to sort of understand what's going on?
No, I mean, their favorite player, Maxi Kleber, and Dwight, and Salah Mejri, and I asked my son why, and he's like, oh, they dunk a lot. And so I obviously grabbed him by the hair, and I put him in front of the TV. I pulled up some old YouTube clips, but it didn't change his mind, unfortunately. Yeah, that too.
So obviously predates you. What do you know? I mean, obviously you know about his career and what he accomplished, but what is your frame of reference for who Wilt is in this game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he dominated his era like nobody else has dominated in his era. So it was obviously a little bit before my time, but everybody knows about Wilt, what he's done, how athletic he was, how big he was, how high he could jump at that height he had, 7'2" or whatever. He's still a freak of nature, and you know, yeah, he was just unguardable in that era. And that's why he's up there. And only, I don't know, what he played 13, 14 years, and he's still up there with the best of them. If he would have played a couple more years, he would obviously be number 1 or 2. So that's how dominant he was.
Look at the other 7-footers among all time was Shaq and Wilt. Obviously, are about power and 7-footers with the fact that your jumper was your biggest weapon?
Yeah, I think I came in at the right time. I think where the game was changing a little bit. You know, the game was changing. The league wanted a little more scoring. They wanted a little more movement. You know, in the 90s, there was a lot of weightlifting and the 4s and 5s, and there was a lot of hard fouling going on. And I think the league wanted to change, and I came in at the right time. You know, they put in the back down rule. They put in the zone. They just basically forced the teams to do a little more movement, more pick and roll. All the guys now can shoot and spread the floor, and so it was just perfect for me, for my skill set. It was perfect for me to play, obviously, on the Nelly my first couple years. You know, who was probably the only guy at the time who wanted a 7-footer dribbling up the ball and shoot, and so I'm really thankful that I came into this situation to this city, and so I just for me it couldn't have worked any better. That the spot to coach and obviously the players that were here with Steve and Mike who supported me and lots more. So it just worked out well, and now basically anybody can shoot now. You know, everybody comes in now, 4 and 5s, bring the ball up, can shoot, and it's been fun to watch the evolution, obviously, of the league in the last 20 years.
Greg, Coach Carlisle said this was really special because of everything that you've gone through, not just this year, but the last 3 years. Just talk about being able to fight through those injuries to get this accomplishment.
Yeah, this year was extremely tough. I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, it was the Achilles where I missed some games, but once I came back, I felt actually okay. Last year, I almost played 77, 78 games and felt decent, and this year was just tough. You know, I thought that the surgery will be great, give me a little more movement in the foot, and it's going to be a great season. And then next thing you know, the tendon was inflamed, and threw me back to 0, and I had to fight all the way back. And there was obviously times in December, January, where I couldn't really move, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to compete. I couldn't really help the guys, and had to put in a lot of work on off days. You know, whether it's conditioning, lifting, just to somehow get back to where I can enjoy the game a little bit. So I feel like the last 2 weeks have helped. You know, me playing better and enjoying the game that I love with my teammates.
What point in your career did you think you could get top 20 all-time scoring list? Did you ever think that was a possibility at some point semi-early in your career? Or did you
No, not really. That was never really on my mind. You know, in your 20s, you were chasing the championship every year, and we fell short so many times. And you know, you really started only paying attention to that later. I think once I passed Larry Legend, I think it was in Orlando. I remember that game. That was sort of the crazy one, and from there, you know, just kept passing some of these legends that I grew up watching. But you know, in your 20s, you just try to make a name for yourself, be an all-star, and trying to win the championship, obviously.